fires kick the fires.
Yeah,
right?
we're live as you say that. That's what old
Is
Harry
that how it
Connick.
goes?
That's what Harry Connick Jr. said in Independence Day. Light the fires and kick the tires, Big Daddy.
I always say light the tires. I don't.
We usually start good, and today not even that.
Yeah, we didn't even start strong. That's our strong suit is starting strong, and then by the end it's a burning tire fire. But now we're just starting low, so we'll rise to the occasion by the end. But anyway, hey everybody, thanks for being here tonight. This is FeatherFall Tabletop, and we're playing Curse of Strahd tonight. This is session 14, getting up there. But before we get into breakdown of the game and what happened last time and all that good stuff, let's talk about some sponsors. We got a few. One of them would be Found Familiar Coffee. They sell coffee. You should get it. The link is down below. 10% off when you use code FeatherFall at checkout. Tons of cool stuff in there. They also got a little shop, tons of mugs and whatever you need. Check them out. Great people for the community, always doing a great thing, promoting artists and such. So please check them out, show them some love, and tell them we sent you. Next sponsor would be Skull Splitter Dice. They sell dice. I mean, it's in the name. But 10% off if you use code FeatherFall at checkout again. Get yourself some metal dice. They just did a big Christmas in July giveaway. So hopefully you entered that and got lucky. Got $150 of free dice. But if not, check them out. They're doing tons of 5e write-ups on different classes, different races and such. So check them out. Skull Splitter Dice. Code FeatherFall at checkout. Get yourself 10% off. We got a one-shot coming up on. It's been moved to Monday, August 17th. There are 2 open spots for that. So if you're here in the chat tonight and you would like to be in that game, join our Discord down below. That is our second game from the Uncaged anthology titled They Fled from the Forest. DM'd by Billy Z over there. So check that out if you'd like to be in that Discord down below. All right. Curse of Strahd, session 14, titled That Wasn't So Bad. Because you guys, you made it to the windmill and, was maybe thinking it was a bad idea, but you're out of it. But before we get into the breakdown of last session, slow my roll here. We have a special sponsor for this segment on FeatherFall Tabletop. This playthrough of Curse of Strahd is sponsored by Roll20. So we are using the Curse of Strahd module here on Roll20, as you can see, hopefully in our maps right there. So they are the special sponsor here. They have, I hope their 2020 projects are underway. It's been so long since we started this partnership with them. I hope they have custom token markers now. Their updates for Fog of War and dynamic lighting, which they do. I've seen those. Those are great. Better streaming support and integration. Close to 5 million subscribers, so check out their digital tabletop of games, roll20.net. This is how we roll. All right. Recap of session 13. It was kind of 3 hours of initiative.
Yep.
You all went and checked out the windmill titled The Old Bone Grinder, which you now know for sure. That's the problem with Curse of Strahd. Never reveal the titles of locations because you're just going to nope right out of there. So
for that matter, show us their pictures.
Yeah, you don't want to see NPC pictures or names. Just get the players in and then reveal. But anyways, you went to the windmill and you met Morgantha, 1/3 of the Hag Coven. You met her for the second time. You met her in the village of Barovia early on in our series here, and you bought some dream pastries. I think, Avi, were you the only one that had some issues with those? I think it was Ismark had some issues with him. You guys talked him into eating some dream pastries, and he kind of went off the rails for a little bit. She tried to convince you to leave as there were no dream pastries readily available. It was like, hey, I got nothing for you. Just go ahead and get out of here. I don't want to say you all refused, but Avi, you touched the lips of Morgantha and were brought into the windmill. And you were put to sleep, given an awful fright.
That doesn't sound like something I would do.
She brought out her 2 daughters, the other 2/3 of the Hag Coven, to kind of get control back of what was going on here. Bull, you were turned into a toad and then smashed by Myrna's Warhammer almost immediately. That was the thing that happened. You did manage to break up the coven. One of the daughters was taken out, and when that happened, Morgantha and her remaining daughter fled through the ethereal plane, and is nowhere to be seen. I did forget you killed a were-raven. That happened. Just this raven that was hanging out, almost signaling you to just leave. You weren't having it. You decided to take it out, and as it hit the ground, it did turn back into its human form. But there we are. I think that's everything that happened. If I missed anything, let me know. Otherwise, we are here. You should see on the map. What would you guys like to do?
Loot the body of the fallen hag.
Yeah, I want to investigate around here. See if I can find some goodies.
So I'm gonna look through the body of our dead. I guess it's a were-raven. That was news to us. They're just recapping spoilers, sir.
Well, I should say it turned into a human as it hit the ground. Some of you would know that there's something not quite right. It could have been a druid in wild shape form, but that was not.
Forced shape change by the hags, which is what we're going with. Because.
Could have been. Wasn't.
It wasn't.
All right.
It wasn't.
So let's see here. We'll get some of the hags taken care of. The hags themselves don't have, or the one that is laying there doesn't have much on their body. It's just a couple like spell components, little pouch there, here and there. Toads. Petrified newt's eye, a couple, bat wings and things like that, but nothing that would be totally loot worthy.
Totally.
Totally.
I see what you did there.
Same with the person that turned from the raven. Not much on them. They do have a couple weapons, some basic armor. We had cast there for a second. Maybe. Let me see here. Let me pull up. The were-raven has. There is a short sword tied to their belt. There's a hand crossbow on their back. Some raven feathers tied within their hair. No real armor. It's just this basic kind of leather armor on the were-raven, or sorry, the human that is outside. So those are the bodies that are down and around. Give you a couple. I'll re-describe the floors here. So on the ground floor, it seems to be converted into a makeshift kitchen. The room is very filthy. Baskets and old dishware piled everywhere. Adding to the color is a peddler's cart, that same cart that she was selling her dream pastries out of. There's a chicken coop in there, a heavy wooden trunk, a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. In addition to the clucking of the chickens, you hear toads croaking kind of here and there. Sweet smells of pastry blends with the horrid stench that burns your nostrils.
Yeah, I want to just investigate literally everything in there.
All right, yeah, give me an investigation check.
So far, so good. That's a 17 plus 1, 18.
18, nice. Okay.
And I'm also going to let out all of the animals, too. Just let them go.
All right, yeah, a couple chickens. You kind of gather up the toads and kind of push them out. In the oven, there is some dream pastries that are done. They seem to be almost like on the edge of burning, overcooking.
Yeah, I'm going to take those.
Over baking. You're going to take some?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's roll a d6. We'll see how many. That's 6. There are 6 that are still like golden, crispy, flaky crust on the top. There is that barrel in the center that has that the glistening greenish black demon ichor that the dretch dog-like creatures came out when it was tapped 3 times by the ladle of Morgantha. As you look in there, you do see it does have kind of this arcane kind of mysticism to it, that it does it's not just normal ichor. There is the cabinet that contains a wooden bowl full of herbs and baking ingredients. You find some flour and sugar. Those are kind of your base level ingredients there. Several gourds that have been kind of dried and turned into containers have a different kind of powder in it. Something you're not totally aware of what it is right off the bat.
Totally taking it.
Okay. All right. So you have a gourd full of powder.
Mysterious powder. It's gonna be pocket gourd.
Questionable powder.
As I get into a fight, just pocket sand.
Yeah, pocket sand. You see, on the inside of the cabinet doors, there's locks of hair that have been kind of looped and then banded and then hanging on like a little hook. The spectrum of different colors, different lengths, different curls and straight. There's a dozen different locks.
I'll take it.
Those, Avi?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it and give it to Tack. Just in case you need this for your disguises.
Absolutely.
Probably the thing that catches your eye the most, though, in that cabinet are the 3 small labeled containers, little glass jars, very thick glass, like Coke bottle bottoms on there, very thick. One is titled Youth, and it's got, if you pick it up and swirl it around, it's got like a honey-like viscosity where it kind of coats the edge of the bottle. The other is titled Laughter.
Oh, God.
And this looks a lot like the tea that you were served that you spilled on your leg.
And it's in like a corked bottle?
Yeah, it's in a corked bottle. And then there's a third one that is greenish milky liquid that is labeled Mother's Milk.
Oh, gross. And I'm taking all of them.
Okay. So you have the 3 bottles. And if you want to take some time to find out what those are, I'll let you know. But they are just elixirs to you right now.
Yeah.
All right. You do let out, there were 3 chickens and a rooster in there. You do let them out. The wooden trunk. Are you opening that as well? You rolled pretty well in your investigation, so I'm giving you it all.
Oh, yeah.
It has tiny holes bored in the lid, and as you look in there, there's like 100 toads in there. Some of them have gotten out, but in this trunk, as is, there are 100 toads. Are you letting them all out?
Shit, I want to, but hear me out, folks. I also want to step on one to see if it is polymorphed people.
Do you need Myrna's Warhammer for this? It's Toad Smasher, Battle Toads. Yeah, so you take one out. I'll let you narrate this, how you want to smash this guy.
I think, hold on, let me see what spell slots I have. I may have...
Firebolt.
I do have that. Shit, yeah, I got it level 1. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Shit, yeah. All right.
Shit, yeah. And just asking, is everything okay?
This is the moment where the DM is thinking in his head, how does a toad sound?
Burp.
Burp. Burp. Let us out.
Are you really a frog?
Yep.
Where do you live?
In a pond. Was captured.
Well, I mean, do you... I'm going to keep one of you. Who wants to come with me and we'll go on adventures?
He kind of picks up his flip, pats the one next to him.
All right, I'm grabbing that one, and then I'll let all of them out.
So now you have a toad. Give me an animal handling check with advantage since you're doing Speak with Animals.
So it was a 12. So 12 plus character sheet plus 6. I have a plus 6 to animal handling, folks. It's 12 plus 6. That's 18 total.
All right. Yeah, this one kind of if toads have fear in their eyes. It had it there when the lid was first opened, maybe expecting Morgantha coming in. But as you kind of talk and open up to them, it reciprocates and will like get in your knapsack or whatever.
Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely befriending this toady.
All right. That's kind of it down here. What's everybody else doing?
I will go last, so if the other two have
Okay.
anything they want to do.
Bull, where you're currently on the top or third floor, area 3.
Yeah, and I think Myrna's up here, and the 2 survivors. Is there another? Does the stairwell keep going up, or it doesn't? Look
No. You can give me an investigation check as you're in here, kind of wrapping things up. And if Myrna wants to help, you can have advantage if you'd like, or Myrna can make a check.
What are you doing? An investigation check?
Yeah, just of that third floor. This is the bedroom of the 2 sisters.
Sure, why not?
We're all doing funny things around here.
Bull rolled a 16.
Bad.
I got a 12.
All right. Bull, Myrna, you see it, but Bull, you kind of catch it first. There is a trap door on the ceiling that would pull down, kind of like attic stairs, in a house. But throughout this whole room, just rotting wooden closet is where those 3 crates were. 2 of them had people in them that I think we've let them go, and they decided they were heading to Valaki on their own. You guys said no to helping.
Yeah, we sent
escort
them on their way with some
So-
rations.
Yeah, you did. That's correct. You did give them some rations and sent them out. Just a big pile of discarded clothing, and then that ladder that pulls down from this 9-foot ceiling. There is a moldy bed with a tattered canopy, like kind of that kind of sheer fabric, kind of see-through netting almost that's coming down, but it is very old and weathered and just kind of nasty.
Mechanism for the trapdoor. We have to like get up there.
Yeah, you'd have to get up there. It's got like a little tiny finger hole in it that you can pull in. But Bull, you do see that the bed is not actually like really usable because it is stuffed with items.
Items?
Yeah, there's straw kind of coming out of it, but you do see like little pieces of jewelry, like the chain of a necklace or a little pearl bead every now and then, kind of sticking out in the straw.
And this is just Bull that sees this?
Yeah, with his investigation check.
Okay.
Bull looks at Myrna and say, "Hey, Myrna, do you mind?" Or he'll point up. I guess I can give you a lift up, or you can give me a lift up, but maybe we should go up and see what's happening up there.
I
Also,
just
there's a bunch of
stopped
shit
and
in the bed.
Look down at my 6'2" frame, and then I look at Bull.
Bull's like, I think 5'2".
I'm gonna just reach up and pull down whatever it is that Bull wants pulled down,
Yeah.
and then I guess I'll finally notice what's in the bed.
Yeah, so with you got to kind of like extend up onto your tiptoes a little bit to reach up and get it to the 9-foot ceiling, but you're able to get that finger hole, and it pulls down, and this ladder comes sliding down, kind of crashes onto the floor, and it goes up to area 4 of this windmill.
If I take out my knife and cut open the mattress, you said there's jewelry in there. Is there anything with diamonds?
Yeah, so take a second there to kind of open it up, and it's not really like a mattress that's all confined. It's just a bunch of straw that's been kind of like laid on each other, and you kind of start to tear it out. You find 6 pieces of jewelry. None of them are really catching your eye. No bigger diamonds in there. Just roughly, you would think they're about 25 gold a piece.
I'll take them.
Okay, so yeah, 6 pieces of jewelry.
Not what I was hoping to get, but who knows? We might need money down the road.
I hear you can use money to buy diamonds.
There you go.
Yeah, and 6 times 25 is a nice hefty penny.
That's not bad. You just got to find somebody to trade them to.
That's the hard part. Is who's going to have 25 gold to spend on a piece of jewelry?
Yeah. So in the
Strahd business.
go ahead, Bull. What was that?
I was just making a dumb joke about Strahd currency.
Darn it! I overstepped your dumb joke. You can see into the attic. It is this domed piece. Looks fairly empty. You know, there is some. You can catch a glimpse of some of the machinery that powers the grinder, the shaft that comes down into Area 2. You see some cobwebs. There are some birds' nests up there, kind of just in different little spots. R.I.P. Raven. You can see a couple. It is dark, so no, you don't see light slipping through the attic through small holes in the walls, but you see starlight. How's that?
Pull his 2 daggers and carefully climb up there to get a better peek.
Okay. So again, you see just some abandoned birds' nests. They don't look like they are currently in use. There are definitely no eggs up there or anything like that. You do see the machinery that drives the windmill. If it were moving, it would be, that power would be coming in. Just not much to this room really at all. Couple holes within the ceiling that you can kind of, you can catch a peek out.
Like, well, I don't know what voice that is.
There you go.
I mean, I think the coast is clear if we want to bed down for the night.
Might not be a bad idea. I suppose we should might want to patch up a little bit first, but we'll wait until the other 2 are ready.
Chickens downstairs, so we can probably have a good dinner.
I suppose I believe there are some frogs too.
Eat all the frogs you want except that one. We'll go to Tack. You're sitting outside, and I will remind you that there were some like megaliths that were in a circular pattern, and during your, I don't want to call it a retreat or escape during the encounter, but when you were running away while everybody else was fighting, you did get close to those megaliths. Kind of think Stonehenge, kind of these huge rock pillars that are coming out of the ground. There are 4 of them.
Well, while everyone else has been searching, I'm going to have taken the time to ritual cast Detect Magic again.
Okay.
I'm certainly not planning on sleeping in any building that I haven't had a chance to give a once over, but I will go take a quick look at the megaliths, monoliths, liths, whatever they are.
I think the lith is for Illithid.
Right.
I'm kidding.
But I'll go scope those out while everyone's scouring through the insides.
All right. So you see these 4 stones, moss covered, very old looking, and each one has a different set of carvings on them, and it's the same cityscape carved in each one, but each one has different elements on that city. So one of them has what looks like to be snow-covered roofs and snow falling down. The other one is more of a spring theme with more flowers. Another one is summer themed with a huge sunburst at the top pouring over the cityscape. And the other one is an autumn themed where it is covered in leaves. You do see there are a couple ravens out here that are kind of circling. There is one on top of the autumn pillar or megalith. Seems to be pecking at something at the top. What really kind of catches your eye after you look at those is there are a bunch of teeth that have been on the ground in the center of this, almost like sprinkled in a pattern.
The pattern identifiable?
Give me a religion check. Let's do that.
Yuck. Religion.
Wrong character to ask here, I think.
15.
That's not bad. They are like you can assume that there's some kind of pattern to it. You can't connect all of the dots, but there is something here that the pattern is not random. It is in this circle that is kind of spaced almost exactly in the center of. So if we have the 4 pillars, it is like right in the middle with a perfect circle.
And it's not giving off magic at all?
No, so your detect magic goes off and nothing in here is magical.
Okay. Well, I'm going to head back to the mill, and then I'm going to, if detect magic runs out, I'm going to just ritually cast it again and make sure I give all of the floors of the mill a once-over to make sure that there are no magical traps continuing to linger to kill us in our sleep.
Yeah,
I will mention the teeth to Myrna and be like, not really my area of expertise, but there seems to be some sort of, I don't know, it's a bunch of teeth in a weird shape out by the monolith, megalith, lith things. I don't...
So I'm not going to lie, I kind of picture that Tack is screaming this up the stairway since I'm still on the second floor.
Much.
Or I'm on the 3rd floor. And all I can do in response is, why does he think I want to look at teeth?
I don't want to look at teeth.
Real quick for the detect magic, you do that barrel that has that ichor in it I think you detected magic there last time, and it was a necromantic kind of aura that is coming off of there. And the 3, so in Avi's pouch has 3 different little blips in there.
Is it the barrel itself or the stuff in the barrel that's giving off the magic?
The stuff in the barrel.
Are there any spare vials or potion bottles around here?
Yeah, there's enough bowls or cups.
I want one with a closure now.
Okay, give me an investigation check then. We'll see.
All right.
Maybe. I mean, do you want we'll see what you get here.
A 12.
A 12. You see a couple more gourds that do have a cork, but you don't find any of the glass that Avi would have had.
I'll just dump out whatever's in one of the gourds and scoop up some of the liquid and cork it and dry it off.
All right.
And store that for later.
Okay, I like it. But we could say you make it up to the top. Tack, and there is no more pings in your detect magic.
All right.
All right. Hearing Tack mention that I should go look at some teeth, I will go look at some teeth. So I'm just going to come down to the 1st floor here.
Okay.
So do you want me to make a religion check as well?
Yeah, give me a religion check.
All right. That is a dirty 20.
Ooh, nice. You're able to... You see the descriptions that Tack gave you of the cities and the different seasons, but you're able to pick out some godlike imagery within them. 2 of them are kind of standing out to you the most. One is very... I don't know that you would know exactly what it is, just being that we're on a different plane. But one of them is very night-based, and one is very morning-based, like daytime-based. And you're seeing these 2 almost in competition within the backgrounds of these cityscapes. And as you look at the teeth, you again, not being from this plane, but you know that there's some sort of prayer ritualistic thing going on here. You may need to seek locals to figure out if the exact name of any of these deities or what they're praying for, but you definitely know there's some sort of ritual thing going on here.
Okay. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna stand at because I imagine everybody's kind of standing where their icons are on the map.
Yeah, we'll
I'll
go with that.
Call out to everybody and just say, before we bed down for the night, you might want to come down here. I have a spell, but it is only going to cast for 30 feet. And once everybody is down and close to me, I would like to cast Prayer of Healing. It's going to take about 10 minutes.
Okay.
But it'll give everyone 2d8 plus my spell modifier. So
So go ahead and cast that and give us a roll. If everybody's coming out closer towards those megaliths, those ravens that were there have now dispersed, and one of them that was on top of the autumn megalith picked up one of the dream pastry that it was pecking at and dropped it kind of on the ground, and it took off.
So that's 14 points for everyone.
Ooh, nice. Cass definitely says thank you.
I didn't get hit.
That's fine, but I just
13.
like I might as well just let the glow
I
emanate.
appreciate it, but no one else did.
Cass and you did. How's that?
Cass dated it back.
DM, you said the crow took what?
The one that was on top of the autumn pillar was pecking at something, and as everybody came out, kind of scared it a little bit, and it picked up what it had and then dropped it, and it looks like a dream pastry that has been kind of cleaned out.
Okay.
So, the hags go ahead and take the chickens with them, because I didn't see any on the way out.
You can, as you're kind of looking around now, you do see 4 chickens and a rooster just kind of pecking about, looking for food that they weren't readily given in their crates. You see a sea of toads that are just kind of heading towards the forest cover, maybe trying to find the local pond.
To be fair, I let him out. We got rations. I got pies for you, Bull.
You do realize that rations. Why would you get rid of the fresh, free meat?
Well, it's not meat. Yeah, you gotta kill it. You gotta process it.
It's chicken. You snap the neck, you take off the feathers, you singe it a little bit on the fire. It's good.
Probably.
I'm just gonna clack my teeth together.
Love it.
Fine. Then I suppose we might as well decide on who is going to watch. And in which town, so that we can get some sleep.
I'll watch.
Do you have to sleep, Tech? No. Not anymore. That's right.
At all?
At all. No longer a requirement.
Yep.
What?
I think you just got that feature, with their last
Yes.
level up. Yeah, so nobody knows or have seen Tack stay up all night. So
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'll take a second.
Well, I'm just gonna try and catch one of these chickens, and he'll actually, the 2 daggers he has in his hands, he'll throw one at a chicken and the other at the next chicken.
all right, give me 2 attack rolls. I don't even know what the DC is on a chicken, or the AC on a chicken is.
Well, I mean, you're the DM, just make it up. It's 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It's like 16, I'm sure.
Just
They
don't
have
fail.
dexterity.
Kills the chicken like an adult pops out of the feathers. It's fine.
7.
Oh shit! All right, I had said I was gonna set the DC just at 10, right? 50%. So yeah, you hit one. The first one, you kind of get at the feet, and it kind of uses its tiny wings to flap up, and it's able to kind of then scurry away. But then you're able to get one that was unsuspectingly pecking at some stuff at the ground.
I'd meant to scare the other one, and he'll go get his prey and pick up his other dagger that is now probably in the dirt.
All right, you have one chicken.
I think you said there was an oven or something in the base.
Yeah, there's an oven in there.
Yeah,
Wait,
probably.
I said that weird. Yes, there's an oven.
He'll probably start cleaning the chicken, and during tax watch, he'll be, preparing it and whatnot, cooking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. You may not want to use that oven, Bull. You know what's in these pies, right?
Just start a campfire.
Yeah. If you're gonna kill the chicken,
You need to
cool,
singe
good
the
for
feathers
you.
off anyway. Otherwise, you get them in the teeth. It's just not pretty.
Yeah, it could be.
He'll begrudgingly start gathering wood.
Yeah, there's a forest line kind of. You're up on this hill that contains the megaliths and the windmill, but then there is a forest line that is kind of down the hill on that backside that you're able to go down and get enough firewood. I will take a moment here to say a big shout out to Robo Raygun here in chat. He's been following us on YouTube, finally got caught up and is joining us live here for the first time. So thank you, Robo Raygun, for following us around and sticking with us. So Bold, you're able to get enough firewood to come up and start a or have the means to start a fire.
He's a magic boy. He's got prestidigitation. He'll start a little fire.
All right. Give me a survival check on the chicken skinning there. We'll see how much usable meat you're able tack assigning. We did it, folks. We got tack assigning.
We got our second album is usable meat. Following our debut album of questionable leather.
Questionable leather, usable meat.
All gross things.
16 on skinning this bird.
All right, yeah, you do a pretty good job. You've done this maybe once or twice before in the back tents after a circus show. You've skinned a few chickens or plucked a few chickens, and are you roasting? So you have the option. You can roast this thing whole, or you can kind of separate wings, legs, and breasts if you'd like.
I'll probably roast it whole, and then if anybody wants it, they can just come and tear some pieces off.
Okay. All right. Hey, Avi, you want to put any of those spices you found on there?
I do want to spend some time right before bed trying to figure out what is in the gourd.
Okay. Give a couple options here. Nature, medicine. Nature or medicine?
Okay, folks.
Ingredient and medicine is one of the choices. That's a bad. It's bad.
Folks. I'm going to be honest here. As a druid,
Sorry,
I have a higher medicine than I do nature.
What?
That's a nat 20 plus 3.
Cass is mad.
It's a choice. It's a character choice.
I love it.
Should be asking for it.
We all have flaws.
Nat 20. Nat 20 plus 3.
Whoa, holy shit. Yeah, having a second now to kind of look through and maybe stir it around a little bit. As you use it, what would you use to kind of stir this up?
A stick or something.
Your fingers?
No.
You take a stick, and as you're stirring, you can feel the stick hit some bigger clods in there, and you pull it up, and there is a tooth. There are bigger bone chunks, and you can tell this is like a cremated being. Human, by the one tooth that's in there, human in nature.
So is it terrible of me to go pocket human on people?
Yeah. Maybe.
Probably is.
We have a gourd full of human remains.
Okay. Do not want. Get rid of it.
Sorry, this is the creepiest content of our episode so far,
yeah.
But the most lighthearted. We're handling this well, guys.
Well, probably not handling it the best.
Right.
There's our third album, Gourd of Human Remains.
Gourd.
So we have questionable leather with human remains, dude. This campaign is the worst.
So we got Bull roasting the chicken, Avi taking care of the gourd of human remains. What's Tack and Myrna doing?
I guess I'm going to try and figure out this liquid that's in this barrel.
Okay.
I don't have identify or anything, but if there's any other means by which I might determine.
You can give me an Arcana check, and we'll see. How deep we can go here.
This is better than my religion, so maybe. That is a 17.
After seeing one of the hags kind of hitting the barrel 3 times, doing that twice, you know that there's some sort of summoning property here. You know that some of the viscosity of this liquid is also a prime conduit for scrying spells. I think with that Arcana, you can, maybe Morgantha was using this as a means to check in on other people.
Okay.
This is like her magic mirror on the wall kind of thing.
Gotcha. Crystal ball.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to have a ration and find a spot to sit and stare out into nothing.
All right. Give me a perception check for the night here, and then we'll go to Myrna and see what she's doing.
That's a 3 on that perception. I mean, I don't have to sleep, but I am not good at at seeing things happen.
Yeah, you guys have peaked. Okay, so you feel like you're posted in a good spot. You're feeling confident. This newfound kind of vigor that you don't, you're not getting the droopy eyelids anymore. So you're like zoning in. You feel that you're zoning in. We'll see how that goes. Myrna, what are you doing here as we're kind of wrapping up the evening?
I will probably wait until the chicken is done, and seeing that Tack is preferring to have a ration, I will have his share as well. Hey, I'm a big girl, okay?
I love it.
I probably will mutter a quick prayer to my God, thanking them for giving us life so far and making it to this point in our adventure, and asking for guidance and strength to continue to defeat our enemies. So
okay, give me a religion check on that.
Okay. Another dirty 20.
Nice. So you know your time here in Barovia as every time you've kind of clutched your symbol and looked for guidance and reassurance from your god, it's been a kind of it comes with a little bit of pain and a little bit of burning. Nothing that's ever hurt you, but your symbol would like start to almost like a heat metal spell was going on and just kind of burn up against your chest. You feel that for a second, but then for the first time here, it dissipates a little bit quicker, and you feel like that connection with your god is now back to what it used to be before you came here, back when you were on the Sword Coast. You feel that connection. You feel the pleasant healing warmth versus the destroying warmth kind of coming through you, and you feel I would imagine a little reassured.
Okay, and with that, I would go into the first level of the windmill, place my back up against a wall, and try to get some sleep until it's my turn for watch.
Okay. So Myrna's inside. Is everybody else staying outside? Just so we...
No, I'll go inside with Myrna as well.
Okay.
I think Bull would probably head in there. If there's like grain sacks or something, he would just like curl up on one of those.
Yeah, there's a big bed of like potato growth from Avi's spell that you could kind of potato growth. That's one of the songs on Gourd Full of Human Remains. Sorry, leaving that joke. I feel like this band is like green jelly, like right.
Serial killer.
Anyway, the serial killer. The misadventures of Shitman.
We're so
I'm just gonna say, when I was in 6th grade, that was an epic album. It was masterful. But anyways, we'll get back on track here. Yeah, so there's like a woven bed of like potato growth that you could maybe do it. There are some sacks of larger sacks of flour. There's always the bed upstairs on the 3rd floor. That would probably be more comfortable now that you took the jewelry out of it. But
given that the hags could like teleport and stuff, he'd probably just hang down with them.
Yeah, so you all kind of find your position in here. You get comfortable in your position, in where you're sitting, but the one thing that just is not kind of subsiding is that smell of death. There's that sweet buttery pastry smell that is paired with the death. That is it. They don't accompany each other, and it is kind of unsettling to you, and you are having a hard time like getting into the sleep. But after 15, 20, 30 minutes, you do start to kind of doze off, as you all have been kind of tested and could really use the rest. You all get it.
I mean, given Myrna's background, I really doubt the smell of death is going to
perfect.
bother her.
Yeah, so Myrna, you're able to just kind of zone in and go right to sleep. Judging by your background, I like it. So, Tack, are you sitting outside?
Yeah, I'm gonna post up outside the front door there, I guess. Just kind of lean against the wall and relax.
Yeah, things are going swimmingly for you as you're out there. You're not picking up anything with that 3. You're kind of blissful ignorance almost. You're getting the sounds of the night, and again, you're not getting the wolf howls that were earlier in your adventures here. You're getting more of the kind of the crickets and the little bugs and the skitters of some of the toads that are now maybe coming back from the pond are now coming out and like searching around. Every now and then a chicken will cross your path, but you're not picking up any threats that are coming in. And I'll say 2 or 3 hours pass, getting close to what would be a shift change. If Myrna is kind of mentally geared up for that, I'll let you wake up on your own, or I'll let you guys kind of role play that.
I imagine Myrna is actually a pretty deep sleeper, more or less. So if Tack doesn't wake her up, that's on Tack.
Yeah, Tack's not going to bother waking anyone up for their turn at watch.
All right, Tack, I'll let you give me another perception check now that you've kind of settled into this newfound feature you have of not being able. Is it a curse or is it a gift? How do you see this ability?
Tack kind of sees it both ways. There's definitely my patron is making me into something else, and it's kind of a very detached look at it from that. Tack kind of sees all of this kind of stuff externally, more than having a personal attachment to what's occurring. He's just kind of morbidly curious about the path this kind of stuff is taking. And my new perception check is a 60. I do have dark vision out to 120 feet, if that's helpful at all. So.
Yeah, it is, definitely. You see 2 figures, silhouette, kind of peeking out from behind the tree every now and then. And once they kind of caught eyes of you, they stopped walking, and they're kind of frozen, standing still, just on the edge of your dark vision.
I'll just keep an eye on them.
Okay.
I'm not going to make a move to like alert them that I'm aware that I can see them, or wake anyone else up. But I'll take a look.
Yeah, they pause there for a good 15-20 seconds. They see that you're not moving or reacting to them, and they start to creep again closer to the windmill. And you can see now that these are the same 2 that were upstairs that were rescued. And they're slowly making their way back to the windmill.
I think I'll just continue again to still sit there. But if they get within, I don't know, I guess 60 feet, I'll wave at them to let them know that I've seen them, as it were.
Yeah, and they get within that 60 feet, and they see your wave, and they kind of wave back, and you can see their shoulders, which were up all tight and tense, kind of settle down, seeing that it is not the hags themselves. And they continue to approach, and they begin to say, it was, we're terribly sorry. It was too scary to go on through the night. We were hearing, howls and then, sounds in the forest. We turned around and we thought, hopefully you guys did take care of they knew you took care of the hag, so that we just, our best bet was to wait until morning, and we thought this might be our best place. We're just
probably
seeking shelter.
Back up where you stayed, I suppose.
No. Is it okay if we stay out here with you? I'd hate to go back up there.
Pull up some grass, I guess.
Yeah, they kind of lean up onto the windmill and get comfortable, and they embrace each other, not like a loving embrace, but just a keep each other warm kind of thing. And they're sitting there, and you can you can audibly hear their stomachs are still growling. even after the ration that Cass gave them.
I will dig into. Wait, let me check and make sure I have rations to spare. I should. I bought rations, so I will toss them each a ration.
Thank you so much. And you just hear the sigh of relief, and they begin immediately in eating these rations.
I'll toss my water skin over their direction as well.
Yeah, they drink it and dry it pretty quickly. You can see they are rather famished, like they've been up there for who knows how long without proper care. They're definitely taking all of this food in.
I'm content to sit in silence unless they have anything to say. So I'll feed them, but I will totally do the awkward thing where it's like, okay, well, you guys do you, but if you don't have anything to say to me, I'm not the conversational type, as it were. So
one of them will turn to you. I don't know if you're the one to talk to, but I feel like you should be asked one more time. Could you please escort us to Vallaki with everything that we've heard out there? I don't know that we could make it on our own.
You'd have to truthfully check with the dragon lady inside. I don't really make any decisions by myself, as it were. But I will say we're probably leaning real heavily towards no. Sun will be up in a couple of hours, I guess, and when the sun comes up, we're not headed back that way. It's a couple-hour walk on your own. I feel like you should be able to just follow the path and get there with minimal trouble. We got to here with no trouble at all.
Typically, yeah, that would be. I guess. Do you have any more rations or weapons that we may be able to defend ourselves if something should happen?
As he says weapons, I will walk over to the dead were-raven that's just laying in the field there, pick up the short sword and hand crossbow that were on this dead body and, hand them over. You're like, I don't really have any more food that I can spare at the moment, but I mean, you should be able to get to town tomorrow.
Okay, this definitely helps. Do you have any armor or anything?
I'll gesture to myself being fully unarmored, like I'm just wearing clothes. I think you might be confused about who we are and what we do, but no, I don't. I'm not a peddler of arms and armor.
Okay, I can see you're getting agitated. It's fine. Sorry, we've been a burden enough. We'll take these gifts and hopefully we'll make it to Vallaki. And they'll kind of like re-embrace and get what you would see as getting like comfortable for the night. And
I'll do the same then. And, settle back in and
gotcha. All right. Yeah, so just the hours start ticking, and if Tack, you're not going to go inside it, and nobody else has the urge to wake up, we'll just kind of keep ticking those hours away. Again, that muted sunlight begins to rise, and kind of light up the sky a little bit. It's that muted kind of gray, misty feel, but it does symbolize to you that morning is now upon us.
I guess as dawn starts to, or what passes for dawn here, starts to rise, I'll bang on the door, and holler, time to get a move on, and I'll stand up and like be ready outside, like I'm already packed up, ready to go.
Okay. I would have gotten up early.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the pile of human ashes, and I'm just gonna
gourd of human remains.
Yeah, I'm just gonna dig a quick hole, pour it in there, and then I'll put up just a
And you're doing
quick.
this outside.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you come outside, you do see those same two people kind of huddle up at the base of the windmill there, short sword and crossbow, crossbow in hand. Tack is up and ready, kind of just after getting ready to knock on the door. I guess you came out before, but you do see that, and yeah, you walk out, a couple paces and begin that. Okay.
And I'll put up just a quick, like, marker. It's not gonna be like religious or anything. Just
Okay.
and like etch unknown.
Gotcha. Good call.
I'll probably get up, realize it's more or less daylight, walk out, give Tack a very confused look, and wait for
said
Bull
I'd
to drag
watch.
his ass off the beanbag. That's essentially what that is. And we were asleep long enough for the long rest, right?
Long rest for everybody.
Awesome.
Yeah, yay. Myrna, again, you see those two people that you recognize. They're up, but they're not moving yet. They look like they're awkwardly waiting to join the conversation or a conversation.
Tech.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm just gonna nod just a little bit.
They came back in the middle of the night. They're scared, helpless, defenseless. They wanted us to take them to Walaki again. I told them they ultimately would need to check with you, but that I didn't think that was happening.
He told us we needed to talk to you about the escort mission.
I told them we were headed the other direction, but that I didn't make those decisions on my own.
I just look at Tack.
I said no yesterday.
It's fine.
What do you want me to kill him? I can't tell him to
No.
No.
It's fine. It's fine. We are armed now, and he holds up the short sword, and she holds up the crossbow. He is ensuring that we will make it, and we have a few rations, and we'll make it. It's fine.
I'm gonna, as they're talking, I'm gonna run over and give them 2 dream pies and say, "Only use these if you need them." Okay.
You asshole. You don't actually eat those, do you?
No, you
They-
slip
they
them
kind
in.
of-
No,
They
you
put their hands up.
only if you need to.
No, these are dangerous. Don't.
Well, if you eat enough, you kind of get immune to them, and if you're really that hungry,
No, we not for those. And they hold out the few rations that Tad gave them. We're fine. I would not eat those if I were you.
Look, if we were going to Valaki, that'd be one thing, but we are going the opposite way. In fact, we just came from Valaki, so in lieu of an escort, and I will not do the sign of the cross because this is not Christianity, but I will do something and offer a blessing on the two of them.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to be ungrateful, but thank you. We'll be fine. And they look at each other and kind of like in this level of reassurance that is not very likely. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. And they thank you for everything that you've done.
The lion
Probably.
impacts. If you stay together, you are better off.
So, should we stick to the road, or would it be quicker to cut through the woods? What?
It's faster to cut
the
through the
road.
woods, but it's a little more dangerous.
Oh, okay, so we'll stick to the road. We'll stick to the road. Okay, all right. Thank you again. And they do start to turn around and walk away.
Wait, hold on. I got something.
Yeah.
To
Yes.
review.
Are you coming? Are you coming with us?
Oh, God's no. Rummage through his pack, and he's gonna pull out the brush from the death house, and he'll hand it over to him and say, "This here is a ward against evil. So just make sure you carry this on you, and you will be safe on your passage." And he'll also hand them 2 rations and some food in case you get hungry, I guess.
Perfect.
Y'all, I understand we are a ragtag group of misfits, but we are, like, in some ways, the biggest assholes I've ever met in a game.
Where did you get that brush at in there? Do you remember what the description was?
It was the silver brush up there with the
That's right.
the ladies.
Yeah.
That's
the
right.
ladies-
Okay.
Shit,
I was just
silver.
making sure it wasn't like some creepy
Use the
doll
brush
hair
to fight
brush.
werewolves. Is that what you said?
All right, they kind of look at it, but recognize that there is some silver property to it. They do stow it, take your rations, and and they do walk away.
Stani Camp, is that the next
Yeah.
Lady Eva? Madame Eva?
I think that was the plan. I hope that was the plan. We're not going back to Vlaki, so
So I moved you onto the main map of Barovia. You guys are up here in the pink square there. I will. So you know that this trail, this offshoot right here. I don't know. Did that bring you to it? Is it control or shift? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, right after the bridge that you crossed next to that that majestic-looking waterfall is where the break off to go to where Ismark the Lesser told you Madame Eva would be. Sorry, Robo Raygun in chat is like, you're pretty right. We've been trying to get to Madame Eva since the start.
That's a day one thread that we just haven't pulled on yet.
Yeah, that's session 1 thread. That's the whole reason why you're here.
One task at a time.
So you know, to get there, judging, it's going to be like an 8-hour nonstop trek. Especially if you stick to the road, you may be able to shave off a little bit if you go off trail. But you know, going off trail, judging by the terrain, there are some hills and of course forests, which you know inhabit in there, like the blights that you guys fought on your entrance to Barovia, and you know the sounds of the werewolves or wolves and werewolves and such.
and I'm fine sticking to the road. Yeah.
I'd agree.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Can't give that advice if we aren't willing to take it ourselves.
That's good.
Well, to be fair, we're a little bit more capable than Jack and
Bobby.
Jill.
Mm-mm.
We haven't died yet.
You're giving people Soylent Green pies, okay?
Oh.
I don't know that.
So if you guys are heading out,
Is everyone here actually chaotic alignment besides me? Am I?
I think that's what it is.
I don't know what you're talking about, Tech.
Right.
Yeah, I think everybody here is chaotic.
Yeah, of course. All right. So if you're heading out, you do have to go down the hill, coming down from this windmill that is up there, and you do get back onto the main thoroughfare, heading east, going back towards the village of Barovia that you know there. Also, in the distance, you can see up on the hill, in the far distance, you see the outlines of what you have been told is Strahd's castle, up on a bigger hill. But you do start trekking. Anything you guys want to cover during this trek? Anything you want to talk about?
Do we see any locals? Probably not.
No. I imagine it's a little too early, and you really haven't seen many on your travels through here, other than that the werewolf gentleman that tried to lure you into the woods,
And the wine guy.
and the wine guy that gave you the carriage ride to Barovia. So yeah, these are people kind of, shelter in place, so to say. They don't really venture outside of their given provinces.
DM
Sure.
saying everybody outside is bad. No
Yeah.
good.
Well, I think the general population is smart enough to stay where they're at, right? It's like
Really, that's what we're going with.
in these walls, while it may be dire at times, it is safer than what is out there.
The first half hour, Bull has had his lute out and is just trying to come up with a song that is mainly comprised of "Stick to the road, stick to the road." Oh, somebody gets annoyed with him, and I'm like, all right.
All right, I like it. Give me a performance check, Bull.
He's been playing all day. That is a 29.
Yeah, man. The first
26, sorry.
the first two chords are kind of like out of tune, but then you're quickly just adjusting that and get it dialed in, and you're it's actually kind of nice, I would imagine, minus the lyrics and your singing. The lute itself is kind of a happy kind of rhythmic release that everybody, I would imagine, is enjoying. Avi, what are you doing with your toad? What are you doing with your toad, man? Anything you want to do with that?
No, I mean I'll keep him. Like, is it to be fair, is it a toad or a frog? Because
It's a toad.
Okay.
So it's a little bigger, a little wartier.
doesn't need water.
Is that the difference? Toads don't need water?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
I think that's totally a real thing.
Have you tried? Never mind.
Well, I mean, they like don't mind water, but they don't need it as much
Yeah.
as like a frog, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna really do anything with it. I am gonna try and look for plants and animals. See what's out there.
Animals?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like
Any kind of
game hunting, or just
No, I'm not.
possible threats, or
something to talk to.
yeah, give me. Well, your nature sucks. We've already determined that.
That's true.
As this druid of the woods, give me. You can give me a survival check. We'll just do.
Oh, that's plus 6, friend. That's a 13 total.
13. You catch like the random squirrel, kind of not scavenger, but like they're just hoarding nuts. One thing does catch your eye in kind of deeper off the trail a little bit. There's like a game trail that does cross the main road, and you see what you pick out to be a hunting trap.
I'm gonna go dismantle the trap as we're walking.
Okay. Yeah, so everybody else, you see Avi kind of like stop his pace and get off the trail, off the main road. And you see what you would see is like a wolf trap or a bear trap, kind of the steel jawed,
Yeah.
kind of taco shell kind of clap trap. It's got steel jaws that are kind of caked in rust, like it's been here for a while and hasn't been tripped. Like maybe the animals that do come through here know it's there.
Okay.
But it is hidden rather kind of intelligently. And with your survival check, you're able to go in and kind of release it, and it closes shut, and kick it out of the or you can keep it if you want. It's up to you, but you do.
Yeah, I'll keep
You
it.
do trigger. Okay. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, that's in the random squirrel kind of. There's some bird life out there that you can hear kind of squawking as you are approaching. It's you would know too. Like hearing birds is a good sign. When you don't hear birds, there's some sort of apex predator in the area, but you don't. You hear the birds, so you're kind of at ease. But I think.
Sure. And yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Anybody else? What's on this travel? All right.
Just
So
keep
it gets-
quiet.
Okay. It gets about, after afternoonish, you're getting closer to what would be a time to maybe sit and take a break. You can see those gates of Barovia, like the ones that you first came into. There are some that kind of section off some of this area. You pass through these, so you know they're there, but you do see those up ahead, which is a good sign, meaning you're getting close to the split that goes to Strahd's castle and getting closer to that waterfall. But it is lunch break time kind of thing.
I say we just
Are you
push
guys
forward.
wanting to stop, or do you want to keep pushing on?
I say we push forward.
Okay, so kind of like eating on the run there. All right, so you push forward. You do get closer. You do see the gates now, and you see that you remember there are those big gates that kind of have those two beheaded knights or kind of warriors on the side. The gates are open, so you're able to pass through, and just on the other side, you get to a fork in the road, and going right leads to Tesser Falls and the bridge, and to the next fork where you know Madame Eva is, and to the left is to Strahd's castle.
I think we're going right here, right? That's the.
Go ahead, Bo.
So, do you think if we just, ask Strahd that he would let us go, maybe we could tell him that we're gonna send people his way, but once we get out, we're gone.
I mean, I have to kill him, so I don't think that works for me.
Wait. Have you shared this before with us in game? Okay. Why do you have to kill him? I mean, now might be a good time for this information.
It's a fairly recent developed yesterday.
Oh,
Y'all were there when I got pulled into the water. That didn't happen by myself.
okay, but you did not share with the class?
I kind of shared with the class.
Kind of,
I
but
did. Out of character, Myrna wasn't there, but in character, the rest of these guys actually know this information.
fine, then me making that comment makes total sense.
It was shared with everybody else at the time.
That's fine.
We forgot that this was shared.
Much as you yourself answer to a higher power, I also answer to a higher power. And I've been tasked.
With killing this lord or whatever he is.
Yeah.
And the person who gave you this task, perhaps did they share any secrets on how you are going to kill him? Or do we have to figure that part out?
That's, part of the trial, I'm certain.
Of course it is.
I
Okay.
mean, if we knew how to kill him, it would be easy, right? We could just go home, go do it, adventure over. Where's the
I
fun in
thought
that,
you didn't
right?
want adventure stack.
I don't. Me and my higher power don't always see eye to eye on my personal ideals and desires.
I understand that a bit more than I think you know. No, Sina, you stay down there. Okay. So, we kill him. I mean, from what I gather, he is a bit of a prick. Potentially powerful. But if we help you do this and we go home.
That I can't guarantee. I mean, I will go home, but I can't make guarantees for the rest of you. And as an aside, I'm not saying that you need to kill Strahd. I'm just saying that's where I have to head before all things are said and done. I won't get to go home until that's accomplished.
Well, to be fair, I did promise that I would do my best to keep you alive, so if that means that I follow you into Strahd's castle, then so be it.
There might be other ways for the rest of you to get home, hence going to see Madame Eva. We don't necessarily have to share the same fate. I wouldn't want to hold any of you in obligation to stay with me if there is another way for you guys to return. Not that I'm not unthankful or ungracious for your help, but I don't want you to feel morally obligated to stay if you can leave.
Tak, I made a promise. I do not take my promises lightly.
Fair enough. That being
But if
said,
you-
I don't think going to Strahd's castle right now is the appropriate course of action. We
No.
should probably get a little more information first.
Yes, I was just about to say that if you find out any more information,
Oh, I'll definitely share it.
good.
Look
Well,
at that.
I think if Boogie back there, I think if we're gonna help you kill Strahd, then you're gonna have to start helping out on hag fighting or whatever else.
I did help out in the hag fighting. Now, if you want to just immediately jump to the second floor of a building every time we come to one, I can't be held responsible to whatever happens to you once you get inside before the rest of us have an opportunity to join you. So, that's your call. I'm a little bit more for a little... I mean, we've had the discussions. I like my tasks, I like my contracts, I like my order. If you just want to run off into the middle of things without a plan, I can't say I'm super inclined to correct your course of action. Like, you're your own man.
Yeah,
Aren't
Bull. Yeah, Bull. I'll be by tack. Just
Wait, why we?
I don't recall you saying, "Hey, I'm going in there right now," before you went in. I don't recall Avi. Well, he's got those nightmares now, so maybe we shouldn't pick on him about his poor impulse control.
I don't work in this party.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy to help, but I don't like to rush into anything that I do, and you seem to be the direct opposite of that. I mean, you got yourself turned into a frog.
Yeah, Bull.
I don't know if either of you saw that for sure.
I am positive Myrna shared that information with the rest of us.
Yeah,
Well-
I see if the DM's gonna allow that. Could I retcon that to say I pointed that out?
Yeah, of course. I think it would be almost too funny not to share. So yeah, Myrna did share that maybe during the eating of the chicken, maybe apologizing to Bull, or at least just like bringing it up.
Actually, no. It would have been when Avi was talking to the toad.
All right, perfect.
Because why not?
I love it. Yeah, so Tack, you would know that.
Well, perhaps we can just meet in the... Sorry.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. We can meet in the middle. You don't accuse me of not assisting, and maybe you don't run off all half-cocked.
That just sounds like me doing all the legwork.
I mean, I've already been doing my part. You just accused me of not doing my part.
That's fair.
We all have a
So we
part.
gotta hike.
I mean, if we just want to agree to disagree, that's fine. You can continue to assume that I'm doing nothing, and I'll just let you continue to make an ass of yourself. That's fine. It's totally fine.
We cool it down here, guys. We all have a part to play in this party, and I think we all play it pretty well. So we should, let's just keep moving.
As what kind of seems like bickering amongst the party goes on, you hear a laughter start to kind of resonate and resound through the trees, and especially down that path that leads up towards Strahd's place. And if you do look down that trail, probably about 300-400 yards, you see a lone wolf standing in the middle of the road.
Laughing at us?
You can't tell if it's coming from the wolf itself, but the laughter almost seems to be omnipresent. It's just coming from like all around.
So everything we've done in the past leads me to think it's a good idea to go see that wolf.
That's just a bit disconcerting.
Did we not just have this discussion with Tack?
He said continue doing stupid things.
Did we not?
I'm gonna leave a meat pie
Oh my god.
for it.
Okay. -1 meat pie from your inventory.
I mean, I meant like,
swimming in the middle of the ocean and sprinkling blood around yourself. Okay.
well, we're gonna continue walking, right?
Yeah. Avi, you're no longer encumbered.
Sweet. That
Dumping
one
that
meat pie. 14 pounds.
Yeah. So you do that laughing does, like, as your guys' kind of attention goes around and towards that wolf, it does stop and go back to its kind of the eerie quiet with the few birds. Actually, now, Avi, you would notice the birds have kind of disappeared, and are no longer are chirping.
That's fine.
But you can definitely leave that meat pie and move forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the meat pie.
Okay. All right. You guys continue on. About another hour or so, you get to the Tesser Falls, and this is, if you remember, this is just a great waterfall spilling into this nice bluish pool, kind of creating this cloud of cold mist that kind of spills up and billows onto the bridge there. The Great Stone Bridge spans the canyon, and you're really high. Like, that canyon is almost 1,000 feet down. There are two hillsides that this bridge kind of spans across. Almost 1,000 feet down is the river, and to your right is the falls. And you continue on, and just on the other side of the bridge is the fork in the road, the new fork in the road, that would lead you to what you have been told is Madame Eva's camp. And if you head that, do you guys want to head that way? Again, I don't know.
Yeah.
Decisions. Great. All right. So as you head down that way, the road it kind of disappears. The road that you were on, the main road, disappears and is replaced by a twisted, muddy path that kind of like has to go around some tree stumps that haven't been cleared all the way. And just deep ruts in the earth are evidence of the comings and goings of wagons. This is less of like a paved road and more just like a trail that is off the main road. You do see, as you further in and get further into this trail off the main road, just this canopy of mist and branches kind of like cover over the trail, as the forest and the tree line is right hugging next to it. But it does begin to clear up, and I can reveal a little bit more of this map for you. There we go. It does begin to clear up, and we'll say you're about right there. And you see the river begin to widen into more of a, I don't know what it would be called, but it is more lake-like. There is current still flowing in there, but there are some like back currents that are swirling around. You can see it just start to open up here in this clearing. You do see 5 colorful tents, round tents, and I'll actually move you to a new map. Shit, where is it?
I don't even know where I'm at. What is this thing?
What
is this thing called life? Hey, I just want to say, if you're new out there, go ahead and hit that follow button.
Yeah, gonna have to move you here real quick, and then I'll move. Sorry, it was one too many.
Also, if you haven't, oh, you're ready. Okay, never mind. Add canceled.
Finish your spiel.
I was gonna say, if you haven't, go check out Skull Splitter Dice. Get some metal dice. Roll them. Once you roll metal, you never roll anything else. I promise you. Links
down below, guys. All right, here we are. You are here. If you want to drag your tokens and put them kind of on the far left of the map. Robo Raygun saying, yep, I got my set back when you guys were stomping around Waterdeep and had a different name. He's been around for a while. Thanks, Robo. So here you are. So the road, it's kind of this muddy, rutted road trail. You see 5 colorful tents, and those would be these guys here. There's 3 up here, and then there's 2 on the other side. They're about 10 feet in diameter. They're pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, and its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent are 8 unbridled horses drinking from the river. And as you are approaching, you can hear mournful strains on an accordion that are clashing with the singing of several brightly clad figures dancing around a bonfire. The footpath continues beyond the encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest edge.
I walk up real slow. Hello.
Big summer blowout.
Yeah, very weakly. Just hello.
All right. Is everybody kind of following suit here and playing backup to Avi's lead role?
This always ends well.
Yeah. Send in the clown. So as you kind of get past the tree line that is there up next to the trail, you see 12 different brightly clothed, what you would know are Vistani, dancing around. There's kind of an even mix between presenting male, female, standing. Some are standing, some are sitting around the fire. They're all, there's a couple wine skins being passed around. There's one on the accordion that you can now hear or see. They're just kind of having a really good time, and it immediately brings you back to outside of Daggerford when you were dealing with the Vistani that were there. Your initial thread to get you here kind of brings you back to that same kind of feel. It seems like everybody's having a really good time. They're all kind of there's a level of intoxication here. They don't see you, or they're not reacting to you.
I'll nudge Avi.
What do you want?
Go talk to him.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'll walk in and just say, hi, we were sent here from... Shit, was that like 6 months ago?
January. So the one closest to the edge there, kind of in between those two wagons. Oh, we have visitors. Come, have wine with us. Sit and drink and let us tell you stories.
Yeah, definitely. Madame Eva?
Oh, yeah, she can wait. But come, we need drinks first. You look, well, you are kind of flushed, but there's a fire thing going on. That's kind of interesting. But your friends, and he kind of like peeks his head and looks up the trail. They need, I cannot tell if they have had wine in their bellies in some time. Come.
Friends is a strong word, but I'll... Come on. I don't say that loud enough so the party can hear it.
Of course you don't. Just so chat can hear you.
Uh-huh.
More like traveling acquaintances.
As you guys begin to, if you guys are coming, Avi, you're there for sure. The person playing the accordion begins to come over to you and starts like doing a little tap, and like every step you take, he does hoot, 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 hoot. Okay. And almost like in this kind of mocking kind, not really a playful gesture. And then as Tack gets closer, he moves to Tack and hoot, hoot, hoot. Come, the first guy. Come, sit. Get our visitors some wine. And another person comes up from their seat, picks up, handing out their wineskin.
I think before Bull would go and join the party, he would bring Kane to him. Because he realized that Kane with what's her face does literally nothing because he can't communicate that far. And then he'll send Kane off to investigate these like tents up to the north.
Okay. Now we have said, that you can't see through Kane, right?
I can if I stop and actually try to do it. But we can communicate telepathically.
Okay.
I just love Michael Caine off to the side. He's like, what's up?
Sorry, I'm on the phone. what orders would you be giving Kane as he's approaching there? And give me a stealth check for old Kane.
I mean, if that guy was loud enough and said Madame Eva can wait, he'll definitely be looking for Eva.
Okay. I'll say you can have advantage on this because they are kind of all eyes on this party that's coming in. It is darker over there. So stealth check. And I don't know if it uses your stats or just your spell modifier.
It's got its own.
Okay.
Is it invisible?
Is it invisible? Unseen servant?
No, this is the familiar. I took it. I got
okay.
magic
All right.
initiate. It's 14.
Okay. All right. Let me just in
What does
case.
Kane
Okay.
look like now?
Michael Kane.
He's not an unseen servant.
He's a little weasel with a bow tie.
Okay.
Perfect. Oh, okay. So this isn't your unseen servant. Okay, you're just using it as. Sorry, I may have missed that point. Okay. As your weasel kind of comes in and pops its head under this tent, give me an investigation check.
Investigation is wisdom, yes?
Sure.
No, it's int.
It's intelligence. Yeah. Sorry.
Another gun. Okay, well that's worse. It's 13.
Okay. There's a couple beds in here, kind of like ring around the outside. They are all empty, as in everybody's out towards the party. But you do see kind of a bigger coin purse that is sitting at right next to the pillow on one of the beds. And they're not like bed cots or anything. They are just like bed rolls on the ground.
Okay. It would probably tell him to ignore that and move on to the next tent.
Okay.
Which is, we'll go outside first, like back left.
Okay. Yeah, same kind of setup. Not a whole lot in here. Nobody's sleeping. Same kind of 3 or 4 beds that surround the outside.
Oh, is she gonna be in that big one? All right, I'll check the last one on the.
Yeah, same exact setup.
Give it.
So nothing in these 3. They're kind of, cookie cutters of each other, except the one middle one did have that coin purse that kind of stuck out.
All right, he'll snap his fingers and poof
Okay.
Kane to whatever the pocket dimension.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so everybody else back at the camp now. Is everybody coming in? You are being welcomed. Please don't.
Yeah,
We do not want to wake up with any wine left in our skins, right?
That seems creepy, but I'm down.
As creepy as that cloak you are wearing.
I don't think I ever said I was wearing the cloak.
Oh, you're
I
not
just
wearing it?
have the cloak.
All right, you should be wearing it. Travesty.
Yeah, and I'll start kind of like Michael Scott dancing on my way in there.
Oh yeah, and the accordion guy comes and he starts like giving you a jig to dance to. Others get up off their tree stumps or their logs and kind of tell you to sit. The main one that you saw first is, so you come to see Madame Eva, do you?
Oh,
What if I told you?
yeah.
What if I told you she's been waiting for a long time?
We actually ran into some interesting stuff along the way.
Nice. Tell me all about it. Sit. Tell me.
Oh,
Like what?
where do we even begin? This house, and I'm going to go into the full story of the death house. There was this house
Alright.
that, I'm not kidding you, tried to eat us. It had teeth
Yeah,
and
you-
everything.
You were foolish enough to go in those doors.
Well,
You let those 2 little brats fool you, right? That's fine. It's fine.
I mean,
You wouldn't be the first.
we wanted to save some kids, right?
Yeah, those kids are kind of, oh, all right, sure.
Well, how do we know who's good and bad here in Barovia? Because I'm going to be honest, it seems like you all are the only nice ones we've met so far.
We are good. Are we not friends?
No, we are. We're best friends.
Yes,
Me and you.
yes.
But how do we know when we're outside of this tent? Is just everybody bad?
Kinda, but we're friends, right?
I just said
what's-
yes, best friends.
Yeah. Right. Have some wine. What is Myrna what's Myrna doing as Avi? Avi, do you come in and sit down?
Well, yeah, I danced to a seat.
Oh, danced and then told your story. What's Avi doing what's Myrna doing as Avi goes into the story?
Definitely would decline the wine, especially after Stanimir and that whole situation. I just want to scan the crowd and see who might be meaning more or less than what they're actually saying.
Okay. Give me insight. If you're looking into the individual person, yeah, give me an insight check there.
That'll be an 18.
18. What are you looking for exactly?
I'm more specifically just looking at every person, trying to get a feel for the crowd. Like, are these okay? Are these people? Do they potentially mean us harm? I mean, are we going to get teleported to another plane of existence like the last time? Okay. Just to kind of get a vibe for the group is more what I'm looking at.
Everybody is smiling. Everybody is and you can see like the rosy cheeks in them and kind of the glazed eyeballs. They are intoxicated. Some of them they are armed. They do have like a scimitar or a light crossbow strapped on their back. Some of them have them just sitting next to them. But nobody is like looking at you with a scowl or any sort of aggression. Everybody is kind of happy to see visitors coming down here. So no bad vibes. Tack, what are you doing?
Tack's gonna take an offered wineskin and find a spot to sit and just kind of keep an eye on everybody.
All right, perfect. Yeah, you're able to. Some of these guys move out from around and give you some spots to sit around the fire itself. There's wine readily available. You come in, you sit down. Avi tells his story.
In that story, I'm going to point to Tack and say, this guy right here, he nonstop tells the best stories. I'm not very good at it, but you could spend hours listening to him tell a story.
Yeah. The accordion guy jumps over to where Tack is sitting and starts playing. Story, tell us a story. And as you sigh, he goes, wah, wah. Sorry, I assumed you were going to sigh there. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely just going to sigh there.
Every breath you take, he kind of squeezes and...
Oh, I don't know why he would point you in my direction. I'm not much of a talker. He's our glorious druid, though. He lit many fires.
But we were having fun, right? And he goes into it like a quicker, and then he starts circling around the backside of the campfire there.
What time of day, night is it?
It took you about 8 hours to get here, so it's 5-ish. Supper time. You put in a hard 8 hours. Working 9 to 5. Bo, what are you doing as this is going on?
I think he would saddle up to Myrna, and then we would be able to see this like huge tent over here, right? Northwest.
Yeah, that one up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it. That's the only one that has light kind of emanating from it. As you're standing next to this wagon, though, you do hear some snoring coming from inside that wagon.
Sat up to there and I'm like, so I checked out a couple of tents that way. I'll point with his head to the left. All clear, but I think this Madame Eva might be in the big house over there. And there's some asshole snoring behind us.
Well, I suppose if she is the leader, it would make sense that she would be in the biggest tent.
Plan of action here.
I don't know. I think for now it is better to watch and see if they mean us harm. And if not, then We ask for the help. We have not seen this Madame Eva yet, so as far as we know, this could be just a traveling troupe.
I have to go ahead and cut that accordion to shreds, though, before we leave.
I'm surprised you do not want to play it yourself, Bull. Perhaps you could challenge them.
Oh, I could do a lute off, but the accordion is a demon instrument.
As you guys are having that conversation, you see this one here at the top kind of rushes into the fire, stands up on a stump. It is now time for me to tell a story. Are you all ready? And he kind of looks around, and of course every Vistani's like, ready, you know, catches eyes with all of you. Are you all ready? Not if you are ready. Good. Here we go. Okay. And you can see the fire's like glowing on his face. You know, it's not too dark, but it is creating kind of a rosier look on the front of his body. There was a time a mighty wizard came to this land. It was over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you are standing, and he points to all four of you. Very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd, and he kind of points across the lake behind him, up in the direction of Strahd's castle.
As you said, devil Strahd, I want to nudge Tack.
He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, what do you think the peasant army did? They fled. In terror, a few stood their ground and were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other for hours. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to the precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down the river to search for the wizard's body, to, see if he had anything of value. But the river Ivlis had already spirited him away. Ooh. And he gets down off the stump, kind of fades back. And if you remember a little lore recall here, when you were back in Barovia, and the priest's son, the first vampire you guys came into contact with, there was a story of him storming the gates of Castle Ravenloft with some weird wizard. But as far as you knew then, in that story, the wizard had died. And his son must have been one of the peasants that came to fight Strahd and was turned. And the Vistani next to you, sitting where you guys are sitting, he tells the best stories, right?
It's pretty good. 1,000 times. No match to this guy, but good.
Said 1,000 times? And it's
heard
a year ago? So
yeah,
we story 3 times a day?
Morning, noon, and night. Right? I mean,
wow,
sorry.
That's impressive.
We exaggerate a little bit. It's okay. Why are you not having fun? Everyone else is having fun. And he's like pointing to the Vistani around the fire who are just like ear to ear grins.
He is actually anti-fun. I don't get it. He lost his funny bone when he was young.
This guy. And you travel with this guy. Weird.
Well, he more travels with us, to be fair.
Where were you all in the picket lines of vampire peasants. Whose side did you take?
Well, give me a persuasion.
Ooh.
You persuading? It feels like a persuasion. Give me a persuasion check.
Hold on, that's a 28.
Oh, jeez.
I don't think I can match it. I rolled a 19, but their modifier's not nearly high enough. We don't really pick sides. We
You're
stay in the
Strahd's
middle.
chosen. We know. That's what they call you.
Say that again.
I said you're Strahd's chosen. We know. That's what they call you.
Oh, good. So the stories have permeated you. That's why we stay kind of neutral. If we were to interfere, we would no longer be able to come and go.
But you call him a devil, and if he was gone, you'd be able to come and go as you please, right?
We are not. We're not beyond seeing the evil things that he does.
So if you knew you could win, wouldn't you do it?
We cannot win.
If
You
you
cannot
knew
win.
we could win.
What is? You cannot win. You think you can win?
Have you
Is that
met
why
us?
you're here? This is why you. And he kind of like elbows the other Vistani next to him.
No,
They
we're
think they can
we're
win.
we're here to sell, to franchise out. See,
That's. What does that mean? Franchise out.
we're making you know the pie lady. We're not making her pies. We're making tacos like her pies, but not with her meat. With chicken meat. Have you ever had chicken?
Yeah, we dine on chicken almost nightly.
Have you ever had taco?
Like, I don't know what this word is.
I'll make you a taco. That's
in the morning, yes, for breakfast. Tacos for breakfast.
Well, I mean, you could really, to be fair, you could have tacos any day, any time. But Tuesdays, what day is today? Tuesdays are the best day for tacos.
That's good to know. Does Tuesday happen in the morning?
Let me ask a question. And I'm gonna kind of pinch
Just
between
like-
my eyes.
Oh, it hurts so good.
You said you saw all of this with your own eyes, but would not mean that you were part of the rabble that stormed the castle?
No, I didn't see it. He saw it, and he points back to the. one that-
Whatever, whoever.
Yeah.
If you are neutral, you should not have been able to watch that.
We are here. I think we are here to keep the stories alive and going, and kind of build the lore.
So you lie.
That's what we're. No, everything he said was true.
So then he should be
That's
able to
correct.
answer my question.
What was your question again? Sorry, I'm 2 wineskins in.
Apparently, you need to work on holding your liquor.
I'm sorry.
And I'll turn to the person who actually told the story. If you saw it with your own eyes, you would have had to have been there, which means you cannot remain neutral. So which is it?
We know the power of Strahd. There's no. We have all the gifts that we need. Why would we mess that up? Like, look around. We have horses. We have wine. We have food. We have tents. We have good times. Why would we?
We have this back without Strahd, so why do you need Strahd for this?
That I don't rightly have an answer. If we
So I'll ask you one more time. If you knew you could win, would
we
you do
can't
it?
win, I'm telling you. He is a man that has more power than any of us, any of you combined.
Well, with our powers combined.
And at this conversation, you see the flaps in that back tent kind kind of spread apart. You see this this figure step out of what is kind of like reddish magical flame candles glowing behind her. That's enough. You, and she points to all four of you. All five of you. Cass is there too. You have arrived. It is enough. Come in. Come in. And she gives like a little cackle, turns and walks into the
Tack, I think that's Madame Eva.
You sure? You positive?
85%.
Right, close enough. I'm gonna follow the lady.
Yeah, she comes out there and pops out.
All right. Same.
Yeah, and all the people that were partying kind of like create an alleyway for you to go, like a rally tunnel.
And as you on my way there, soul train.
Oh, sorry. So as you approach this, you kind of have to separate the flaps that are the tent flaps that are closing, and you see this magic kind of flames casting this reddish glow over the interior of this tent, revealing a low table covered in a black velvet cloth. There are glints of light that seem to flash from the crystal ball on the table as Madame Eva is just going back and takes a seat behind it, and she's kind of hunched over. She's kind of peering into the depths of this crystal ball. And she speaks to you again with her crackled voice that sounds like dried weeds are snapping and twigs breaking. At last you have arrived. Good. The five of you sit. Sit, please, sit. It has been so long. What took you so long to get here?
We got sidetracked.
Yes, you did.
Friends in need, right? What can I say?
Did a few errands to run.
Good. You're doing things here in Barovia that may be frowned upon by some. Yeah.
By you?
No, me? What? Careful who you call into question here.
I wanted to make sure we're doing right by you. I don't want you to frown at what we're doing around here.
You are doing right because you are here now. And you are sitting in my tent what seemed like so long ago. Again, you took forever. You were summoned from Daggerford, I believe.
We didn't really have clear instructions.
Well, you shared mine.
Your agent that you sent to Daggerford was very hazy.
You shared wine and you broke bread. Now you are here. Anyway, you are here. And it is
Here
time.
we are.
Yes. It is time to talk. Stanimir sent you, and he has been rewarded for you coming, and I am happy to have you. Should we get to business, or do you want to exchange more pleasantries?
Business would be preferable.
It's good. Oh, Mirna, is it? It's good to see you. Bull, you come in. You standing by the door. Come in and have a seat. There's a place for you.
I'm gonna come in and sit like right next to her.
Yeah, sit here. It's a warm spot. And as you kind of like get closer, one of the flames candles kind of ignites a little bit brighter and then closes down.
I like it.
Illuminating the room there for a minute.
I could do that.
Good. Oh, show me.
And I'll just
Nice.
produce flame in my hand.
You do have power. That is good.
So,
Bull, you are the
expecting
funny
that?
one.
or we had talked before.
Say that one more time, Bull.
So, are you saying that you were expecting us, or we had spoken
Yes.
before?
I sent Stanimir to gather you all and bring you here.
Is it
And now you are
food, or
friend.
we just food for Strahd?
Well, that depends on how much power you bring to the table. And by what I have seen so far, you have many powers. And I am happy. Tak, come in, sit. You have not said a word.
I'll move in and sit. I still won't say a word.
Typical Tak. I can feel your exhale of breath as you come in. It's fine.
Madam,
Yes. Questions?
under the assumption that you have brought us in here to defeat Strahd?
Well, I don't want you saying that out loud.
That ship done sailed.
It is, you know, I am not. We will see what happens. I cannot guarantee that I have brought you here for one reason or another. I know that you all have a purpose. And that purpose will become more clear as and she kind of waves her hand over the crystal ball, and it disappears, and in front of her is now I'm going to move you. I have the power to move you.
Wonderful.
And the power to kill a yak.
So it brings you... so you should see 5 cards sitting on a
Ooh.
table. Do you see that?
Ooh.
Okay, good.
Yes.
And so she waves her hand one way, and the crystal ball disappears. And as she waves it back, these 5 cards appear. We will see what the cards read, and maybe they read everlasting life, long life, escape from Barovia, or maybe they will read your certain death. It is all in the cards now. Should we proceed?
I'm enthralled with this. by the
Yes,
way.
you are, Avi. You are always first into the adventure.
Said that in my head, lady.
But your card is not up first. Tak, you are first.
Sure.
Or should I say Zircon Woodling?
Or Arena. Or Willow.
Oh, I've
There are
seen
many
you.
names.
You have many people. What about William Shire? Does that voice, does that name, that face, what does it mean to you?
Not much anymore.
Oh, that is sad. You have lost him, yes.
Certainly.
Oh. What if I told you your road to redemption lies here in Barovia?
Feel that's unlikely.
No. Tak. And she points down to the card on the far left. This card here tells a story for you. Are you ready?
Close enough.
Okay. That is the best I can get from Tak. And she reveals this card. Let me know if you can see it.
Yep.
Okay.
I can.
It is the thief card. And I'll show it up here. I don't know if Billy Zed's got it.
Oh, I
Sure.
got it.
Okay, good. Yeah, so you see this thief card. This card. It tells the history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. This is the 7 of Coins thief. Are you ready for the key information? This card says what you seek lies at the crossroads of life and death, among the buried dead.
Tech pulls out his little notebook and writes that down.
Yeah, what you seek lies at the crossroads of life and death, among the buried dead. And again, this card tells the history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. Maybe this might bring back William Shire for you too. But like I said, that redemption lies at the end of this road.
I don't know about that. Things that are dead should stay that way.
No, Tak. You should have some faith.
You think you know me, but you don't.
I know you quite well, Tak. Do not underestimate. Mirna, how are you, my dear?
My feet hurt. It's been a long day.
Hasn't it? You have been walking all day. Your feet are probably tired.
And?
Well, let's get right into it, Mirna. That is kind of the way you operate, I know. You had a hard time with Mother Agara, haven't you?
Been a long time.
Yeah, that was difficult meeting her standards, right? Wasn't it?
Perhaps, but it is no matter now.
Oh, but it is. You carry that with you. It is part of the reason why you are here, and you were brought here. What you carry inside of you.
Or perhaps you could enlighten me.
She points to the card at the very top. This card. I will give you enlightenment. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection. A holy symbol of great hope. Not that false symbol you carry below your shirt there. This one will actually help you. She's going to turn it over. You see the symbol of the torturer. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see there. This card. Like I said, will bring you a powerful force for good and protection. The holy symbol of great hope. The Nine of Swords, torturer. There's a town where all is not well. There you will find a house of... You be quiet, Avi. It will be your turn soon. Like I said, there's a town where all is not well. There you will find a house of corruption, and within, a dark room full of steel ghosts. That is where your symbol lies.
I'll just snort, but I won't say much else.
Mirna. So short with words. She kind of takes a moment to pause and kind of searches around. Like, her eyes search around the room and just kind of catching the demeanor of all of you. And unfortunately, Ray, as Cass, isn't here with us tonight. So we'll go through his, and we'll fill him in with the details in our notes. Cass, you have been in exile for far too long, correct? There is great power in your blood. You need to use it. This card right here. And she points to the one on the far right. This one is for you. This one, it's a trader card. This card is power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance. A sword of sunlight. The Three of Coins trader. Look to the Wizard of Wines. In wood and sand the treasure hides. Cass, can you do that? This will exile you from your burden. Avi. Next to Bo, you are the funny one too. Although you don't try to be funny, it's not a act for you. I think it is a defense mechanism. Am I right? You have been the butt of many jokes and ridicule, haven't you?
I'm not even gonna answer.
Oh, no, you cannot avoid. Think back to your childhood. Live in that pain for a moment. The jokes and ridicule, they pain you. That is why you act funny. What if I told you, Avi, you will get your revenge? But
as she's saying all this, you can see the fire just burn just a little bit brighter.
all right. The tent starts to light up a little bit more. And as you light up brighter, she instantly doles the candles that are around, so the fire coming off of you become the lone beacon within the room, still lighting up the table in front of you, shedding light onto these cards.
Avi, it is okay. Your rage ignites you. But if you want your revenge, you are going to have to look for help in those around you.
And her eyes kind of dart quickly to the rest of the party in the room.
Those that have accepted you. Yes, they have, do not deny it. You have not been with anybody as long as you have been with these people.
She puts her finger on the bottom card, the Executioner card.
Ah, the Executioner.
And this one doesn't have like a number on it. It's what we would know as like a face card.
This card, it sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against the darkness. There is one in Barovia outside of you 5. Seek out the brother of the Devil's Bride. They call him the Lesser. But he has a powerful soul. And I am surprised to see him not with you tonight. Where is he?
In Vallaki. I
We
can
left him.
only assume you mean Ismark.
Ah, yes. He is the one who can help you. But you cannot dismiss him like everyone dismissed you.
He owes us a favor, that's for sure.
He does. He will have your back. To the real funny man, Bull. It is your turn. Are you ready for this, Bull?
Yeah, I guess as ready as I'm ever gonna be.
That is a typical stance you take on new things. You have left many things behind to get here, right? Many meaningful things.
Less.
Your family. You left them behind.
Exactly. Forge their own path if they're following in the footsteps of their elders.
What about that bathing Asima that you came across? You left them behind.
I still regret that one.
Yes, it could have brought a lifetime of happiness to you, but you left it. Is it true that you struggle finding your spotlight? You don't know where you sit, and that's why you keep leaving.
On the road of regrets, I do that enough at night. I don't think I need to relive all these.
Your words are the ones that choose. The words that you choose are both a strength and a hindrance to you. They can be your greatest weapon, or your biggest failure. I see you nodding. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to.
I mean, that's fair. I couldn't think of anything witty to retort, so I'm just gonna let you go out and do your thing.
Let it be known I have quieted the bull, Avad, for the first time in his life, probably. This card right here.
And she points to the one in the dead center. The ghost. And again, this one doesn't have a number on it. It's another face card.
The ghost card. This card right here will lead you to him.
She's staring like directly into your eyes, Bull.
Listen.
Yes.
Listen carefully. You need to look no further than the father's tomb. That is where you will find him.
I got an idea of who you're talking about here. So is this like a You give us vague things and we tell you what we think it is, or?
Ah, Bull, you are smarter than that. I've given you direct locations of tools that could be used.
Where can I find this wizard's tomb? I heard he was washed down the river.
The wizard's tomb. The wizard of wines you speak of, yes? That is not the same as your father's tombs.
Well, then where can I find this father's tomb?
Ah. No place other than Castle Barovia. You do not think you would meet Strahd outside of his castle, do you?
Laughing all around us, so anything's possible.
Yes, yes. Anything is possible. Just like the five of you coming together. Anything is possible. I surely hope our visit has not been a letdown for any of you. Took you long enough to get here. I hope it meets your standards.
It's always great getting vague things from a creepy. I don't mean creepy. From someone I've never met before.
Yes. Good correction. I am no more Gantha, that is for sure.
Morgantha's no more Morgantha.
I did see what you have done. You have broken the coven of the three hacks at the Bone Grinder, yes.
Oh, yeah, we scared them all away, too. The other two, rather.
Alright.
And she waves her hand back over the cards, and they vanish. Waves her hand back across, and that same crystal ball shows up. And kind of cycling through the crystal, inside of the crystal ball are the visages that are on each of your assigned cards, just kind of cycling through back and forth. And almost like an animated version of a card. The figure within them is kind of moving, creeping closer to you, especially like the ghost card that is in like mid-crawl, is like crawling out and almost becomes this 3D kind of vision that pops out.
Is there anything else that I can help you with?
I don't suppose you would tell us where all these items are.
You know where they are. Follow the clues to get there. It is time for you five to work together.
Yeah, attack.
Again, Navi, with your defense mechanisms, it is okay. You will have to let down your guard. Trust me.
If we asked if you could take us, out of here.
That is not acceptable to the terms of our agreement.
As you have spent time in this tent with her now, and Avi, your kind of rage fire has subsided a little bit. Her candles begin to kind of come back on and light up. And you're looking at her. She looks to be in her 70s, but there's a depth to her eyes that, and to some of, the wisdom that she may be throwing your way, that just reads that she's probably much, much older than that. There's something deeper than surface level here.
Like I said, the cards tell the tale. And if you follow the cards, you will follow the trail out of Barovia. If you ignore these cards, you will all surely die.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Oh yes, Avi, this is a gift for sure.
I guess in return, is there anything we could do for you before we head out?
No. You get on these. You get on the trail of these cards. You find those possessions. You do what destiny has brought you to do.
Well, the travelers here for the night, I think we're probably all a little cashed from the day's hike.
Yeah, so you are free to partake in our libations. Stay at our campfire. We can give you a tent if you'd like.
Tack doesn't like camping.
I know. That's fine. That is fine. Tack does not sleep as it is.
I'm just gonna side eye Tack at that, considering this morning.
Noted. I mean, I think I'm gonna stand up at this point.
Okay.
And just say thank you and walk out.
As you stand up, the executioner card flashes on the crystal ball. And again, that 3D visage pops out. Like, just swats like through you. It doesn't touch or make contact with you, but it does like reach out and kind of, and then it goes back in, and the cycle continues as you walk out.
Yeah, I'll follow Avi out without
Okay.
saying much of a word, as it were.
Yeah, same thing happens. That thief card 3D image comes out of the ball, kind of grasps at your shoulders, and then goes into this mist back into the ball, cycling through.
I have 2 questions.
Ask away.
What is in it for you?
Oh, what is in it for me? Does there have to be something in it for me?
Nobody does anything for nothing.
Okay.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Help.
Bull, how are you going to help that?
I don't know, maybe he'll just like look persuasive over her shoulder.
Are you doing puppy dog eyes?
Yes, very big puppy dog.
Okay, well, I got a 21.
Nice. I think, with Bull being quiet in this situation, I think that's enough to give you advantage. As she knows Bull is kind of the chatty Cathy of the group. So you can have advantage if you'd like.
I don't know. Honestly, do I need it?
No, I rolled rather poorly on my insight check, so you don't need it.
You want to know what is in it for me? You're very smart, Mirna, it's not... You cannot get something for nothing. These Vistani people are mine now. They are my people. I seek to take care of them. And the fates of you all are, while they are not important, are a means to an end. A means to releasing Strahd from his curse. That is what is in it for me.
Perfect. This leads to my next question. Who are you?
Who am I? I have been here in Barovia for a long time. It is hard for me to remember who I am at the core, but I know who I am now. I am Madame Eva.
You are a person with a serious interest in the devil. And trust me, that never goes well.
Don't I know that? Yes, yes, yes.
And with that, I will get up. I'll nod. And I will turn and walk out.
Bull, I assume you are going to follow.
Can I actually have that ghost card in case I need to reference it?
Myrna, as you walk out, that torturer card does come out and gives you the same kind of touch on the shoulder.
You want... I cannot have a full deck of cards. Not have a full deck of cards.
And she kind of manifests the whole stack on the table next to it.
One card short. The ratings would be unfair. Give me your hand.
She traces the outline of that ghost, like on the palm of your hand. And it begins to tingle a little bit, burn in, and kind of create almost like a henna-type tattoo on the palm of your hand of this ghost.
There. You shall never forget.
Appreciate that. I guess I just have one question. Are you Strahd's mother? Is that what's going on here?
No. That is not it.
You can give me a persuasion check.
That is a 25.
Deal.
4 cards.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's like there's a weird level of her being enamored with you a little bit. That's why she saved your card for last.
I am not Strahd's mother, but I am a relation. He is my brother.
Oh. Well, we'll make sure your brother passes peacefully.
Good. I knew this was the right group. You will free him of this curse. Now go have fun. Drink some wine. This might be the last night. Peaceful sleeping you may get.
Thank you for everything that you've helped us with. Can I just ask one more favor? Can you just give me a little kiss on the cheek? I think it'll help in our fight against Strahd.
Bull. We are not there in our relationship together.
And you can see some of the like cracks and wrinkles within her skin. Like now that you're kind of closer to her as she was drawing on your hand, you can see that they are deep and really that depth in her eyes is there. And you see almost a level of life come back to them when you do ask for the kiss, but she does.
No. That I am far beyond that in my age. You do not need my kiss. Your ghost will do just enough.
No. He'll walk out. He'll give a little bow as he goes through one of the door flaps.
Yeah, and as you walk out, instead of that ghost coming out of the crystal ball, it kind of reaches up and looks like it's crawling up your forearm for a second, gets to like the crook of your elbow, and then fades back into that new tattoo. It's almost like a branding, less of a tattoo, but it fades back into your hand as you walk out. And as you walk out, the flaps close automatically behind you, and all the light and candles within that tent extinguish. And you all are now staring back into the campfire, the ring of light. As what was quiet while you were in the tent, as you exit the tent, it becomes very raucous again. The accordion picks back up, the dancing and the singing and the regaling of stories and the passing of wineskins continues around the fire. Continues, and it does not look like they're going to stop. And it's probably around 7 o'clock at night. I would say that sun is fully set, and that the moon is starting to come up, getting a little bit darker. You are all at the Vistani camp. You have been given your readings from Madame Eva, and I think this is a good place to stop for the night. As you guys have some planning to do, you've been given some key information that I've been sitting on for a long time. I will say, guys, I wrote the Madame Eva's dialogue so long ago for all of you that I'm glad it finally got to come out. Mining the depths of your backstories to be able to use it as leverage against you is always fun as a DM. So thank you for writing such rich backstories and allowing me to use them. I totally appreciate it. Thank you everybody in chat for hanging out with us tonight, and the kind words. I read them. I didn't want to break away too much during that scene, but thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Again, thank you all for sharing this table with me. I have a good time every time we do it. This has been FeatherFall on Tabletop, our episode 14 of Curse of Strahd. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We're every other week. So we'll be back in 2 weeks for episode 15, where we see what we're going to do with these readings. You can catch us on Wednesday for our Wild Mount campaign. Things are getting thick there. There's so many threads that we could follow. I don't know where we're going. And then what do we got after that? We got some Star Wars coming up on not this coming Monday, but next Monday. We got, I heard down the pipe there's a Call of Cthulhu campaign with myself as the keeper of arcane lore, and Jason and Tack there. He's going to be in it. That'll be fun. That'll be on Tuesday nights. We're looking forward to that, playing breaking away from D&D 5e a little bit. There's another homebrew D&D campaign coming up called the Gateway Wars. That'll be on a Saturday night every week. So if you want some homebrew D&D on your Saturdays, that'll be coming up. Looking forward to that. Stuff always happening. Check out our Discord down below to stay up to date with all of that. Link is down below. Again, show our sponsors some love. Found Familiar Coffee and School Splitter Dice would be that other one. Check them out. And again, thank you, Roll20, for sponsoring this section of Curse of Strahd. We appreciate it. And with that, we will sign off and say good night.
Bye, guys.